Hey y'all, welcome back to another podcast episode. I'm your host Jan Abdallah, and this is the podcast called With the Waves. If you're here, that means that this video found you at the right time and you are here for a reason, and you maybe need to listen to these words. If not, if you just want to look at someone who looks good and listen to words that may help you, keep following. Now, let's get into this week's podcast episode. It is a long-awaited life update. Porque I moved. I think I've been like soft launching what I've been doing, but I haven't actually told anyone what I've been doing. And if you care to listen, here I go. I have moved to Spain. I have moved to Madrid all by myself. Super chill, super cool. Yeah, it's been exciting. It's been literally the most insane experience of my life. I try to downplay it a lot because I'm just like, oh, like I moved, like how hard could it be? It's so hard, and I never give myself enough credit because I think, oh, like what am I even doing? Like it's nothing that I don't think I've accomplished anything, when realistically I moved away from my whole family. I've moved to a place where they literally speak another language, and I can speak it to a certain extent. But to this day, I still will never be in a crowd where I can, get flirty and fun and just chatty. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust you, the people in Spain don't know who I am when I speak English. Like, I'm a whole different person when I'm have an English accent or speak English. But anyways, I moved to the city of Madrid. I've been here for 4 months now. I teach English. So those are the main 3 points. Been here for 4 months, teach English. And yeah, super fun stuff. A little update. I have 4 roommates. I live outside of the city a little bit, not too much in the city center, which I prefer. And I will say I am so grateful for my roommates. To this day, I just feel like I was so lucky because the roommates I got, like, obviously I was expecting to be like civil with my roommates, but I genuinely like laugh so hard with my roommates. They're the funniest people ever. I love coming home and just seeing them on the couch. Genuinely a great community to have out here. And that's the main thing, is like when I wanted to come out here, especially coming out by yourself, like you need to have a form of community. And I'm just so grateful that like the random roommates that I ended up living with ended up being like one of my closest friends here. And it's just like I'm just super glad, because moving here, the first thing I was thinking of is like, who am I going to be friends with? Am I going to make any friends? Are they going to like me? Am I going to like them? You know what I'm saying? Like, and coming here, you don't want to latch on to the first people that you meet, and not in a bad way, but it's just like, if you do that, you won't allow yourself to kind of broaden your horizons and meet people maybe that aren't American, and maybe that are like European, Spaniards, like from the UK. You don't know who you'll meet, especially if you keep yourself in a bubble. For instance, just continuing and meeting Americans and all that jazz. To me, thinking that how I came by myself, it's such a weird thing to say, because when I say it to myself, I'm like, yeah, I moved here by myself. But when people reiterate that to me and they tell me, you moved here by yourself, like, that's insane. And I take a step back and I'm like, that is insane. Like, I literally moved here by myself. And I don't give myself enough credit for that. And I think it's something I need to let myself be grateful for, that I even had the opportunity and the courage and people just supporting me back home, which I'm so grateful for. It's honestly a really that sad thing to say, but like, I was really worried about if I was going to be making friends or not. Like, cry me a river. Like, it's so sad. Like, the older you get, it's not going to get easier. I think the older it gets, the harder it gets to make friends, actually. When you're younger, you're, like, playing on the playground and you enjoy this girl or, like, this guy or whatever, and you're just like, hey, can we be friends? Now, I kind of have to chill a second. I have to be like, are we friends? We went on a couple coffee dates. Like, does that consider you a friend? And, like, to be honest, I did obviously want to make new friends, and I obviously wanted to meet new people, so I downloaded some apps. To be fair, I downloaded Hinge and I downloaded Bumble BFF. Now, with Hinge, obviously I downloaded it because I moved to Europe. Like, what? You're telling me an American moving to Spain, or yeah, is not gonna want to swipe and see what she could get, like see what there is out there. Yeah, it's so depressing. Not only in America is it depressing, but also in Madrid. Like genuinely so depressing. Like, we're not meant to swipe and see these many people and talk to these many people at the same time. Like, we're not meant to do that. So when I'm swiping left and right, not even giving these people a chance, like when I tell you half the time I don't even look at what their prompts are and I just look at their photos, genuinely no better than a man. Yeah, it literally has led me nowhere. And every time I get surprised by the outcome when I know I don't want anything to come out of that app. I'll give you a little update. I've only been on one Hinge date. Literally one Hinge date. Anyways, I gotta stop swiping on Hinge and swipe on Bumble BFF because I'd rather make friends than make... Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna do with that. But I don't know, like, I think, obviously, stopping with talking about Hinge, but it's just like you would rather... like I don't know, like meeting your person in person, you know? I don't know, but you never know. I'm still gonna be swiped. No, I haven't opened her in a while. She's dusty. To follow through. What am I doing in Madrid? I am teaching English. I teach students from the ages of 12 to 18, and I genuinely cannot believe this, but I actually do kind of enjoy it. I do. Because I will say, I actually don't like kids. Like, I don't, especially that age range. But I kind of have grace for them because you never know what they're going through. And they just get, like, an influx of hormones. And they don't know what to do with them. Like, it's just, like, imagine waking up one day and you, like, feel so different. You don't know why. And you don't really learn about it in school. And so you kind of have to figure it out for yourself. Especially because every person is different. And so, genuinely, when I started this job, I was like, oh, my God. Like, I don't know if I'm going to really enjoy my time with these kids, but I'm actually been loving them, especially the 12 to 14 year olds. And also, tell me why I think I get along with them better too, but it's probably not because I probably just act their age, genuinely. Like, if you see me in class, and I think they like enjoy that, it's like a personable thing. Like, it's not like I'm acting like them in class, trust, but it's like you kind of give a hint of them and they kind of give you... But I will say in majority of my classes, I think some of them think like we're friends. And I feel like I need to take a step back and add like a boundary. Because the other day a kid gave me a hug and I was like, oh, hey girl. But she's so sweet. I do, like, she's great. But I was just like, oh, whoa, you know? It's been a really great experience. I teach English, obviously, but I also assist in technology, art, and music. Genuinely so fun. I love art and dance class, or in music class. I genuinely dance and play music with the kids. And the main teacher makes like the curriculum. It's great. I just come there and tell them and talk to them in English. It's great. But yeah, I will say overall, my day to day has flipped 180. My day has changed. I used to wake up in Chandler, Arizona, and kind of just go outside, touch the grass, go back inside, hang out with my mom, go to work, come back, go to sleep, repeat. Now, every day is kind of different. I wake up, I go to work from like 7 to 4, maybe 7 to 3, and then I come back, and sometimes I do stuff like this. I do laundry, I, cook, clean, all that jazz. And sometimes I go to a gym class. Sometimes I hang out with someone new because of Bumble BFF. And sometimes I don't know. It's just been like new things every day, which it's been something I've full circle moment, because the way that I kind of asked for it coming here, I was like, I want to shake my life around. I want to do things I don't normally do. I want to experience like a different life in the best way possible, because in being in Chandler, Arizona, like genuinely I don't remember the last time I did something like out of routine. Like, it was to a point where I literally couldn't even I was just telling my mom, like, I'm so bored. Like, I'm not doing anything different. I don't know what to do. I don't want to leave my house. Like, there's nothing to do in Arizona. And now looking back, it's because I wasn't supposed to be in Arizona. I wasn't supposed to stay in Arizona. You're not going to be comfortable in a place that you're not supposed to be in. And that's that. Your body is genuinely, you're asking for a sign, your body will give you a sign. If you're not supposed to be somewhere, if you're not supposed to be with someone, your body will let you know that. If that's being sick, if that's reacting in a certain way, if that's anxiety, you're not supposed to feel those emotions unless you're in situations that create those emotions. Simple as that. And it took me a while to realize that. And it took me a while to do something about it because I was just scared of what could happen and instead of wondering what if, I would never wondered what if the possibility was great? What if the outcome was great? Because we were always wired to question what if it didn't work out. Why were we always questioning a negative aspect? Why were we doing that? Why were we never allowing ourselves to be like, okay, and what if it did happen? The world gave us this false sense of insecurities, especially when we came into the media and media became bigger and social media became bigger. It's become difficult for us to actually like understand how we truly feel. But obviously at the end of the day, you do what you need to do, and that's why it's important that you understand your body, you understand your intuition, and you know exactly what you need to do in order to live the life that you want to live and become your best self. That's key number one, is getting to know your intuition, getting to know yourself and understanding that you want to do, or not want to do, but have to do what you need to do in order to get where you want to be. And that's basically an update of my life. And not a lot has happened. Just kidding. A lot has happened. And I think that's the beauty of it all. And I don't know where I'll be in 5 months. I don't know if I'll be here for another year. I'll give you another update when that happens. But right now, I'm just enjoying my time in Spain. I'm enjoying my time in Europe. Hopefully Asia. Hopefully the Middle East. Like, I'm not staying just in Europe. I will be gallivanting. I will be your guys' Anthony Bourdain, but baddified, if that makes sense. But yeah. Let's get into actually what the main reason you might have clicked into this podcast, and that is because the title was Put Down Your Journal and Make Your Dreams into a Reality. And why am I looking so direct into the camera? It's because I'm speaking to myself. Put your goddamn journal down and make your dreams a reality. It's so frustrating when I kind of scroll on social media, I write down my aspirations, keep scrolling on social media, see people doing what I want to do, and I do nothing about it. But I'm always here like, I wrote it in my journal. It has to happen. Girl, if only it was that easy. If only I had a genie in a lamp and I rubbed it 3 times and a genie came out and gave me my wishes. If only that happened. But realistically, that's not how life works. It's not that easy, and it's not supposed to be easy. Because if life were easy and it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Is that right? Or am I wrong? That's what I thought. Anyways, so funny enough, every year I make a vision board, as one girly does. Anyone could do it, but it's more tailored towards the females because they envision their life with great success. I make a vision board every year for the past like 4 or 5 years. So it's funny to look back on and see like where I'm at now, especially the way I was thinking back then. And it's funny to look back because nowhere on my board did I say anything about teaching abroad, moving abroad. I had traveling on there, but like to a certain extent. Like I thought I was going to have like one big travel and like just go to like a Caribbean island, not Caribbean island, but just like a paradise. Like I was really wanting to go to the beach. No part of my board had anything to do with teaching abroad, teaching with kids. Yeah. But subconsciously, my mind, I have a vision board and I have a 30 before 30s list. This is really important because the 30 before 30s list is like action based. It's like, I want to do this. I want to travel here. I want to do this specific thing. I want to be on this list. I want to create these things. So it's kind of more of like a strategic outline, while my vision board is just like pretty little pictures I found on Pinterest and what I want my year to look like. And so I made this when I was like 20 kind of, but I've really revised it before I moved to Madrid because I thought it was important. Because on that list, I wrote, I want to live abroad for a year. And on that list, obviously now it's becoming achieved, but nowhere on my year abroad nowhere on my vision board did I have like live abroad or anything like that, or just like move abroad. And it's so interesting to think that like just because we want something consciously doesn't mean that our subconscious is working extra harder. And I think it's really important that you wire your brain in a way where you also make sure that your subconscious is thinking the way that you need to think in order to create a positive, fulfilling life. Because your subconscious is way more stronger than your consciousness. Because right now you're thinking, oh, I like cake. But then your subconscious is thinking like, maybe, oh, I haven't had like, I don't fucking know. But like, for example, like you've like something about cake, let's say, and you think like, oh, like calories wise, like your subconscious is thinking like you shouldn't eat that cake because it's calories, or like you shouldn't eat that cake because lactose, I don't know, like something within those lines. And then you're negatively thinking, which will create negative outcomes and will create negative emotions. You don't realize it until it's coming into fruition. So it's really important that you yourself, your body, your aura, one may say, is positive. It's beaming with it's just radiating with positivity. And so you just need to create, because the one thing I like to say, and I will repeat it until the day that I die. I say it in all my podcast episodes because it's so important. The way you perceive life is the way it perceives you. It's so important. No one will understand it until you understand it, if that makes sense. Because the way you perceive life is the way it perceives you. And I notice it so much too, because there's days where I'm like having a fun time and the day's great, and then the next morning I'm like listening to a sad song and I'm like thinking about sad things, and I'm like, oh my god, why is life like this? Baby, you are creating the life that you live. It's easy as that. If you start moaning and groaning and just being like, oh, I don't like life, your life is not gonna like you. I just want to repeat that and emphasize on that because it's important that you acknowledge it. After making these lists, making these vision boards, I realized when I graduated college, I thought to myself, I was going to work in a 9-to-5, I was going to work in corporate, and that's just the way that life was supposed to go. Like, you're supposed to grow up in America and just grow up the way that you did, tailored a certain way, and that's not how life can go. You can genuinely live life any way that you want to live, and once you reach that consciousness of, oh, this isn't the life that I want to live, I'm not happy, I don't want to be here, and you figure out a way to do the things that you want to do, I soon realized that if I work towards something that I truly wanted, it will happen with time. And no one but myself needs to understand that. No one needs to understand anything that you're doing if it's going to make you happy. Genuinely, I think we've lost the plot when it comes to try to explain things to people and other people don't understand what you're doing. And so then you start questioning yourself. And it's like not supposed to be that way. Like, you need to have so much confidence in yourself and delusion in yourself that what you want to do will work out and that your dreams will turn into a reality, because that's what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to sound so crazy, so delusional that you yourself have so much confidence in yourself that it will become. And I kind of want to tailor like faith into this, and not in a religious way, but just in like a universal way. Because coming here, I've had to have so much faith in myself, in the universe, in whatever is genuinely holding me up. Because coming here, for example, the housing situation, I was obviously hipping and hopping from Airbnb to Airbnb and like couch to couch, but I genuinely don't know what I would do if I didn't have faith in myself. Like, I kept being like, I will have a balcony, I will have this, I will have that, but I was like, I don't know when it's gonna happen. And I was starting to lose trust in myself and faith in myself, that I was like this close. I was like literally crashing out every day. I was like, I don't know what to do. I moved here by myself. Like, the first week was a little tough, but then I found a place. I found perfect roommates. I literally found a balcony. She's a balcony. She's not like one of those iron steel, like you like hang out the edge, and like, you know, that one's cute too. I'm actually obsessed with those, but it's like a genuine balcony. Like, you could put furniture out there, and you never realize the things that are getting answered from the universe until it happens. And it's really insane what things come into fruition once you are there. like, you just never know what the universe has in store for you until it happens to you. And all that anxiety and all that stress happened for what? Anyways, going back to what I was saying about having faith in yourself, and it's important to have faith in yourself, because in my head, I have this saying where I get everything I want and I get what I say I want. So it's important that you are clear and concise to the universe and to yourself with what you want. Because when you're confused, the universe is confused. I started to think to myself, what do I want? What do I need? What do I want my life to look like? And how do I want my life to be? Basically, what do I want? It's important that you have so much clarity with these decisions, because obviously you can change your mind. You can always change your mind. But once you make up your mind and make a decision, you need to full throttle that, and you need to go for it and start running. Because if you, as one does, me, have an idea about something, press the gas, and then automatically press the brake, what was the reason? Why are you here? What are you doing? Are you sure you want to do it? When you don't have faith in yourself, no one's going to have faith in you. It's as clear as that. Also, stop sharing things with people. I'm going to say this because it's something that I need to remember. Don't share things with people until it's final. It's important that you don't share your ideas, especially if people don't think that it's going to work out, and also if people don't think positively of you. But also, I will say this, the reason I tell people dear to me, you need to trust these people, what I want to achieve, is because I think it's necessary for someone to keep you accountable. So if you can find those people that won't judge you or steal the ideas from you, it's important, and I highly recommend that you have someone to talk to, because what is life if you can't have someone to fall back on, specifically yourself. Now, I made a goal this year, and my goal was to choose a word, and the word was intention. That's my main goal. Just move with intention, speak with intention, live life with intention. I feel like recently I've been doing a really good job, because a lot of the times, if you know me, I've known for, just talking the talk and never walking the walk. And recently I've been walking and talking. I've been doing it all, and I'm very proud of myself. And I make sure, obviously, I want to do the things that I say. And that's why with this podcast, obviously, I'm recording, I'm putting out episodes, but I'm not telling you specifically when and where, because you never know. You got to go with the waves. Isn't that crazy? But it'll be a surprise every time, and I think that's beautiful. But to be exact, I wanted to be more intentional. And with that, I needed to create a plan. I needed to be intentional with things I wanted to do in the sense of creativity. I wanted to be intentional with the way I love. I wanted to be intentional with the way friendships, family, everything of that way. And so I decided to write an action plan. I'm not going to tell you what my action plan is, but I'll tell you how to write an action plan and when to write an action plan, and how you can make your dreams turn into reality. Anyways, so for example, action plans are the most important part. It's so important. You have to write down these things, but it's not like journaling. It's like writing them down to where you can help yourself stay accountable and make the things that you want to happen in your life happen. It's creating smaller goals that will lead you to your bigger deadlines. So for example, give yourself structure. This structure that I'm about to give you it's filled with 5 steps. This is what I used for myself. I asked myself, what was my main goal? Or what was my small goal? That's number 1. Number 2, make sure your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Now, if you were ever given or learned this in school, you probably kind of know what it is, right? It's the SMART process. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. For example, you need to be specific. I want to have $1,000 saved by the end of this year. Okay. That's specific. Measurable. Within a year. Attainable. Yes, I'll be working. Relevant. Yes, because I want to save for the future. Timely. Yes, because I will be working and saving small bits to then where it adds up for the year. Easy as that. Set dates and deadlines. Go back to school. You got to make yourself act like you're in school and act like you have and you are on a time crunch, because most of us do work better under pressure. And that's what you need to do, is put yourself under pressure, put yourself letting you know, because some of us think we are on a deadline. Some of us think we're running out of time and that we need to hurry up and live the life that we want to live like this. So maybe do that for yourself. And then simply act on it. That's the fourth step. You have to actually say what you're going to do. Move with intention, do what you say you're going to do, and follow through. After that, you act on progress and review what you're doing, how you're doing it, what you're doing, if it's correct, if it's working, and if it's not, go back and try again. This is the most important step, right? You need to affirm yourself and let yourself know that you have your back, that you will do what you need to do to live the life that you want to live. And I'm so serious about this. At the end of the day, you are your own best friend. It's great that you have your family and your friends behind you, but you are your own best friend. If you don't have your back, no one else does. Because realistically, I always find myself, I kind of want to share the story. I always find myself having a better time or receiving better remarks from people when I myself am feeling confident. Like when I go into places and I'm just like, you know what, tonight I don't care, whatever, act like yourself, do whatever. I walk in there and I get a different reaction from people, even for work. Like when I walk in one day, I was like, you know what, I don't even care. I'm just going to say hi to everyone. I'm going to speak in Spanish. Like, I don't care. I received a different reaction. I was like, I need to just put myself out there, fake it till I make it, and people will follow, because no one will know when confidence is fake. No one will know. And going back to that, I just wanted to say that you do what you need to do to get exactly what you want. But don't be too crazy, okay? I'm not talking about the psycho shit. I'm talking about just dream life stuff. Like, don't be crazy. I'm not condoning anything disgusting or crazy or weird. And obviously, this is all easier said than done. Give yourself patience. Nothing's going to happen overnight. And if it does, good for you. Luck is half of it. I will be honest. Luck is half of it. But don't knock yourself down. If it doesn't work the first time, remind yourself how much you want it. Because maybe if you're lucky, it will work out the first time, the second time, or maybe the third time. And that's where you need to remind yourself, how much do you want this? How much do you care about what you're doing? Have a reason. And I kind of wanted to bring this up for the girlies, because I was thinking about this the other day when I was in the Marie Antoinette, like, como se dice? Oh my God, what is it called when you're in a museum and they have a specific showing? Oh my God, well, I'm pissed. I don't remember, but whatever. It was a specific section in the museum for Marie Antoinette, and it was just speaking about her life, her fashion, how she got beheaded, all these things. And it made me realize, one, she was 14. Oh my God, disgusting. She was a victim. She was literally beheaded, well, they said for war, some inconvenience with war or whatever, which you never know who blabbed their mouth and could be wrong. And she was a young woman. She was like 35 when she died, I think. And one thing I will say, this is the first time, we are the first generation to actually do whatever the fuck we want. Women don't need men to open up a bank account anymore, to walk on the street, to basically do any basic necessity. And that just triggered something in me where I was like, oh my God, we are the first generation to do of females to do whatever the fuck we want. So get your ass up, go to the gym, get that job promotion, get the job, and just be able to live the life that you want to live, because we're finally allowed to do it with anyone on top of us and owning us. For example, we were property. We used to be property. So with that being said, I hope you found this video for any sort of help, any guidance to make your dreams a reality. But at the end of the day, you are your own person and you can make your own decisions. Would you take advice from someone who is not where you want to end up? Definitely not. With that being said, take a seat, write an action goal, make your dreams into reality, and don't forget to have a great day and go with the waves. Ciao.